Okay. So today is workout number 2 for our pelvic floor week, and you will just need a chair. So make sure you get a chair. And for these workouts, I would like you to make sure you have a chair that is kind of and leaves you in this position where your hips are just very slightly over your knees. Because what I have found is if your chair is too low, then you're going to find it hard to do some of the stretches that we're going to be doing. And as we move on in the program, we will be doing some getting up, standing up, and sitting down. And that can be really, really hard if your knees are higher than your hips. And it makes it unnecessarily harder. Hey, Starly. So have a chair for today. That's all you're going to need. And today's focus, we're going to be releasing our piriformis first. And so we're going to do a little stretch. That should feel really good. And then we are going to be thinking about connecting to our stomachs and our bellies. And a lot of us hold a lot of things around our bellies, whether it be a lot of pressure, meaning like a lot of expectations, a lot of thoughts and feelings around our bellies, or even just actual physical pressure and tension in our bellies. That area can be really a vulnerable space. And so keep that in mind as we move on. And as always, hi, Stephanie. If you feel like you are triggered in any way, if you're feeling uncomfortable with anything, feel free to take a break. Feel free to sign off. And you can get in touch with me and we can connect in case, something feels like too much, or like, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to reach out to me. Don't force yourself through something that's uncomfortable. Okay. So we're going to be connecting with our stomachs. There's going to be this whole week, there's going to be a lot of breathing, a lot of sitting, and a lot of kind of facing inward toward our bodies. And I know for some people, sitting still and breathing is hard to do. It's hard to just kind of sit in one place. So if you find that you just cannot leave your body sitting and not moving for that period of time, you are more than welcome to rock back and forth while we're doing some of these breathing exercises. You can even stand if you want and rock from side to side. I find that I know myself, I have a hard time with like meditation and breathing exercises because I have a hard time sitting still. And so if you also experience that, feel free to do those things and do what's comfortable for you. But these are going to be 10-minute exercises. We're going to start with the stretch, and then I'm going to lead you in kind of like a breathing and thought exercise. All right, so here we go. First minute, we're going to do a piriformis stretch. So you're going to take your left ankle and you're going to put it over your right knee, and you're going to have a nice tall spine. And then you're going to hinge forward from your hips. So keep that nice tall spine. I don't want you rounding forward. I want you nice and tall. And you're going to take a deep breath and hinge forward. And you should feel a really nice stretch deep in your butt in that left side. If you have your left ankle on top, that left butt cheek should feel a nice stretch, and try to take a deep breath in and relax into it. If you stay tense, it will only lead to further tension in that muscle. So take a deep breath, try to relax and go a little bit deeper. Nice deep breath. This should feel good. This should be relaxing. Good. Now go ahead and switch to the other side. Put that foot down, right ankle over left knee. Nice and tall. And then hinge forward from your hips. Remember to relax. And I want you all, as the week goes on, if you feel, in the interest of time on these workouts, I keep most stretches to around a minute. If you want to revisit these throughout your day, you're welcome to, now that you know it and you know what it feels like. And if now you know, you will know how it affects your body. And if you feel like this is something you need throughout your day, you're welcome to revisit these things. These are like little tools you have in your tool belt now. Good. Now I want you to put your feet flat on the ground. Find a comfortable position. We're going to find a nice posture here in seated position. So what you might need to do is kind of move some of that extra flesh that's on your butt there kind of out of the way. So you have the bottom of your pelvis resting on your chair. So rather than being leaning forward or leaning too far back, you want to make sure the bottom of your pelvis is nice and flat on the chair. All right. And we're going to make sure that we're going to kind of check in with our posture as we're sitting, which can be a little tricky. But go ahead and look at your feet, make sure they're nice and even, wiggle your toes, relax them. Look at your knees, try to have them pointing pretty much forward here. And then that piriformis you want facing down towards your chair, towards whatever you're sitting on. And then we're going to move up to our ribs and make sure our ribs are down and gently stretch that piriformis away from your ribs. Just create a little space in your chest. Collarbones out to the side. Back of the neck stretched up toward the ceiling. And I want you to close your eyes and just listen and breathe as we move through the rest of our workout here. Okay? Go ahead and put your hands on your belly and just take some breaths. Don't think too hard about it. You have your hands on your belly, you're just breathing. Trying your best to relax. Now, on your next inhale, I want you to notice if you feel any tension in your belly right now. Are you feeling any tightness? And remember to give in to any chaos that's going on around you. It's all right. If you get interrupted, it's okay. Is there any tension there? Now, on your next inhale, see if you're able to relax that tension. Are you able to just let your belly expand outward as you inhale? If not, it's okay. We're just kind of noticing what our bellies are doing, noticing if we are holding it in tight, and remembering that our bellies are a vulnerable, sensitive area. We're remembering that a lot of us have received a lot of messaging around our bellies that suggests that it's meant to be small, it's meant to be sucked in or tight, it's meant to be hard. And this has left us feeling as though we need to keep it tight at all times, and it may be really hard to relax it. Even our clothing can give it that feeling. It can cover it up and bring it in tight. So if you like, you can, if you have some clothing on that's kind of covering and pulling your belly in tight, if you want, if you feel comfortable with it, you can pull your pants down to be down around your waist so that your belly can fully expand and relax. Take another breath in. See if you can relax that belly a little bit more. We associate tightness and hardness with strength a lot of the time. Let's challenge that. Let's consider softness and strength existing at the same time. I want you to consider those two things, both softness and strength. And see if you think that those two things can exist together, especially when it comes to your belly. Your belly holds many of the things that keep you alive. Your belly has held your babies and kept them alive. Your belly is now often a resting place where your babies now lay to feel safe and loved. Softness and strength. Softness can be strength. Now, on your next inhale, I want you to allow your belly to take up space. Let your belly take up all the space it needs in order to keep you alive, in order to take that full breath in. Your belly needs that space so that you can take that full breath. And you need space to breathe. You literally need space. You need to give your body space in order to take full breaths and stay alive. Now, on the next inhale, feel your belly expand. And then on the exhale, feel it gently go back down toward your spine. And for our last minute here, I want you to think about gently relaxing your belly, just gently. You don't have to push outward. You don't have to bear down. I just want you to imagine allowing your belly expand as you inhale. And then as you exhale, drawing your belly in gently, like 5%. Can you be that gentle with your belly and pull it in only at 5% as you exhale? So inhale, let it take up space. Exhale, very gently draw it in toward your spine. Inhale, take up space. Exhale, 5%. Draw that belly button in. Can you be that gentle with yourself and with your belly? Good. All right, take one last deep breath in and exhale, and give yourself a moment to thank your belly for keeping you and your babies alive. That may be a little hard to do. And just be curious. Think about some of the feelings that are coming up for you as you think about your belly. And I want you to, throughout your day, for the next 24 hours, I want you to kind of revisit that, allowing your belly to expand and guiding it gently in as you contract it, only at 5%, right? Only being as gentle as you can with your belly, giving it grace and softness and allowing it to do the same for you. And really exploring what that means for you individually. Right? Have a wonderful night. Remember, you can revisit any of that at any point during your day. At any point during the program, you can always stretch. You can always revisit these belly breaths. They're always helpful. And I will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. or I'll see you on the recording. Good job, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, Charlie. Glad you're here, Stephanie.